everyone, it's Karina. Welcome to my channel. For this video, I'm going to be sharing with you some outgoing mail that I sent to my new pen pal, Lacey. She did do a share on her channel. I will link her information down below. Please check her out. She's amazing. For our swap, we decided to use an old Maggie Holmes collection, so I'm using the open book. I made this fun little pocket letter with a sleeve on it, and it does open and close. I used some Velcro, that way she can use it for something else if she'll like. So here is the full view of the pocket letter. I absolutely love how it turned out. I stitched all of the pockets and did a lot of layering, as you can see. I also made a shaker pocket right at the bottom and included a little cluster of tags and a tassel just to add a little more cuteness to it. I also made this fun tag flipbook using journaling cards from the collection. I also stitched all the edges of these journaling cards. I've been obsessed with stitching lately, so I did do that a lot for this swap. For the goodies inside, I did do a lot of die cutting. This one is a frame die that I picked up from Tuesday Morning a long time ago, and I thought this would be fun to include. That way she can use it for her crafts and she can make shakers, and I don't know, there's a lot of possibilities. So I used a bunch of different pattern paper. This right here is also a die. I did pick this up from ALIEXPRESS. I will link the die down below in case you were interested. I think it's super cute. I also included this fun heart die. This I don't remember where I got it from. I had it in my stash for a while. And in the back of this journaling card, I die cut it out some little baby houses. I hope you guys like the quality of this video. I am finally using my camera to record, and I'm already seeing a big difference, so I hope you guys are too. For this pocket, I included a bunch of journaling cards from the collection, tied it up with some twine, and stuck it right inside this little tuck spot that I made. Here's a little decorative journaling card, and yeah, just stuck some butterflies, sequins, and a ephemera piece right in the middle. I die cut it out these ballerinas. Here's another of those little camera thingies. I'm not sure what they're called. This is probably one of my favorite things that I made. It's this little ephemera pack. Up there it says picked for you, and I did sort of like this waterfall packaging. So here's the smaller flowers, medium and large, and I did do stitching around. And yeah, this is using the Maggie Holmes layered flower die, and I don't know, I just think it turned out super cute. I also made these adorable heart paper clips, and I did die cut them out twice, that way it will be thick and not so flimsy. And yeah, I thought these would be cute, that way she can use on a scrapbook layout and some happy mail. I love how these turned out. And in this last tag, I die cutted out these adorable little heart-shaped buttons in gold and different pattern paper. I also made these layered banner embellishments using my EK Tools punch. I did pop these up with some foam, that way it can stand out a little more. Next up, we have some rosettes. I absolutely love making these, and I feel like I always include them in my mail. I just think they're so fun. And yeah, I only decorated this first one, and the rest I kept plain. That way she can decorate them herself if she likes. I also made some smaller rosettes using some gold cardstock, and I think they turned out super pretty. So I just topped this off with this bag topper and decorated it, as you can see. And I thought that was a cute little packaging idea for that. I added some trim samples that I thought would look well with the collection, and I packaged it inside this little Rolodex card. This is a die from AliExpress. I did do some stitching around this Rolodex card and added some layering with the flowers, butterflies, and some enamel dots to add a little more detail. Here is a closer view of all the trim that I included. Here is the packaging that I did for these adorable bow embellishments. I'm using the Lawn Fawn bow die set, in case you're wondering. I did some stitching around the bow and also wrapped a lot of gold thread in the middle, and I just think that looks super cute. I wanted to add a little gold, so I did that. So I did the same thing but with gold bows. The only thing I did different is I didn't do the stitching for this one. Next up, I made these fun camera embellishments using an Echo Parks die, and I did do some stitching around it and also in the middle with the little circle. And yeah, I just used a bunch of different pattern paper from the collection. I also made these adorable little butterfly layered embellishments using my punches from my stash. I know the large and the medium butterfly are both from Martha Stewart, and the small butterfly is from a Fisker's punch. I did do some stitching in the middle to keep it together, and I think that just adds a cute touch. I also included this sequence mix samples. I did 3 different mixes that I thought would go well with the collection, and to package it up, I'm using these adorable frames. I did add some Velcro right at the bottom, that way it opens and closes. And to further decorate it, I did do some stitching, as you can see. So that sequence mix right there is probably my favorite. I think it turned out super cute. So I decorated these bag toppers, that way she can use them for her packaging. I did some stitching, of course, and I decorated 2 of them by adding a little heart gem, a label, and a little sentiment right in the middle. I also added these 4 envelopes using different pattern paper from the collection. I did some stitching on 2 of them, I believe. And in case you're wondering, the die I used is from Lawn Fawn. It's like an envelope die. I was looking through my stash and I found these open book tags, and I thought I would give these to her. And I just packaged it inside this vellum bag and added some sequins to further decorate it. I also made this little carton box, and inside I included a bunch of my handmade heart rosettes. I also made these adorable little typewriters using a Maya Road die that I got from Tuesday Morning, and that is how they turned out. I did some stitching. Next up, I altered this adorable little box with some flowers and some patterned paper, and inside I included a bunch of the ephemera that comes with the collection. And I really love how this box turned out. I think it's adorable. I also wanted to include some store-bought things from Maggie Holmes. Inside this little glassine bag, it's these cute little tassels from, I want to say, the Gather collection. They're so teeny tiny, and to decorate it, I added some ephemera, and I did use some scotch tape. That way she can easily remove it and, reuse the ephemera. Same thing applies to this little packaging right here, but inside this I included the puffy stickers from the confetti collection. If you want to see exactly what's inside, I will link Lacey's video. She did do a share on her YouTube. Last but not least, I also included a 6x6 paper pad. This is the Bloom paper pad from Maggie Holmes, and I just decorated it using a belly band with some ephemera pieces and some doilies. But yeah, that is everything I have to share. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and got some inspiration, and I will see you in the next one. Bye everyone.